You know that feeling, right? That sudden, like, pit in your stomach when an unexpected bill lands.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe the car repair costs way more than you thought, or you spot a leak in the ceiling, or boom, surprise medical expense. And even if technically you can cover it, there's still that jolt, that feeling of money just flying out the door.
Yeah.
It throws everything off.
It absolutely does. And it's interesting, that emotional hit. Sometimes it's way bigger than the actual financial number, even for people who are doing okay financially.
It's that loss of control feeling, I think.
It's universal.
Well, that's exactly what we're diving into today, how to transform that, that dread into something more like peace, security. We're going to unpack how money stress really, truly affects your whole well-being, not just the bank account, but mentally, physically.
Right.
And then pivot to some really practical stuff. Strategies to not just like manage money, but to handle the emotional side of it too.
Yeah, it's about building real security, cutting down the stress, finding more peace with your finances.
Because it's all connected, isn't it? Financial state, overall health.
Deeply connected, undeniably. And we've looked at some great insights from real experiences and expert advice that really nail this connection.
Okay, so let's start there. This hidden burden. How do we even spot the signs? When are financial worries actually, chipping away at us?
Well, it can be subtle at first. Maybe you're just constantly thinking about bills, even if they're paid on time, or running through those what-if scenarios over and over.
What if I lose my job? What if the car breaks down again?
Exactly. Or feeling guilty whenever you spend money, even on necessities. Maybe noticing more arguments about money at home.
Those aren't just minor annoyances, are they?
No, not at all. They're like little warning lights. Your mind, your body, signaling that something's off balance.
And it can get more obvious, too.
For sure. You might see bills starting to pile up, overdue notices. That's a big red flag, obviously. Or finding it really hard to actually save anything, even for small goals. You want to save, but it just doesn't happen.
That sounds like a real emotional drain.
It is. It really eats away at your sense of stability, your hope, even.
And that leads to the bigger impact, beyond the wallet. The personal toll, the relational stuff.
Yeah, psychologically, we're talking anxiety, maybe even depression creeping in, feelings of inadequacy, like you're failing, helplessness.
Isolation, too.
Oh, definitely isolation. That's a sneaky one. There's such a stigma around money troubles, right? So people often hesitate to talk about it. Friends, family, they worry about being judged.
So you keep it bottled up.
Exactly. And that silence just makes the loneliness and despair worse. It becomes this vicious cycle. And it doesn't just hit the individual, it can strain the whole household. More conflict, less connection, maybe even drifting away from friends. It's like a quiet erosion of your quality of life.
Wow. Okay, so we've got the mental side, the relationship side, which is huge already.
Yeah.
But you mentioned physical health, too. How does money stress actually affect our bodies?
It's pretty stark, actually. Chronic stress from worrying about money, it doesn't just stay in your head.
Right.
It manifests physically. We see clear links to things like persistent headaches, digestive issues, even increased risk for heart problems, cardiovascular disease.
Seriously.
Seriously. It's a powerful reminder. Mental health, physical health, financial health, they're all tangled together.
And they're probably spirals, right?
Precisely. When you're under that constant financial strain, what's the first thing that often goes out the window?
Self-care.
Yep. Self-care. Maybe you skip workouts because you're stressed or exhausted. Maybe you reach for cheaper, less healthy food because it's faster or easier.
Or put off going to the doctor or dentist.
Exactly. Avoiding preventive care because you're worried about the cost or just don't feel like you have the time or energy.
And that creates that vicious cycle you mentioned.
It really does. Poor physical health makes the financial strain worse, which makes your health worse. It's tough to break. So tackling your financial well-being, it's actually a holistic health move. It's way bigger than just money. It's about you.
Okay, given how deep this impact goes, the big question is, what can we do about it? And it seems like the first step involves a shift in thinking, anticipating the unpredictable.
It's a great way to frame it, yeah. Because let's face it, unexpected expenses, they will happen. That's just life.
Right, you can't avoid them forever.
You can't. So the trick isn't avoiding them, it's expecting them, preparing for them. We saw this great example, a 25-year-old hit with a $1,200 car repair.
Okay.
They could afford it, technically, but they still felt, quote, bummed out and ticked off. that emotional reaction was strong.
Oh, I get that. Totally relatable. Even if the numbers work, the surprise itself feels like a setback, like you're constantly putting out fires.
Yeah, exactly. But someone else looking at a similar situation said, having the money ready, it turned a potential crisis into just an inconvenience.
Okay. That's a huge mental shift.
Huge. It's not just about the cash, it's the peace of mind that cash represents.
So how do we build that buffer, that peace of mind fund?
Well, the cornerstone is the emergency fund. And this isn't just like general savings, it's specific.
Right.
Money set aside for the big, truly unexpected stuff. Losing your job, a major home repair, like that leaky roof, a serious medical bill.
It's a safety net.
Exactly. It keeps you afloat so you don't have to reach for high-interest credit cards or loans, which can just dig the hole deeper faster.
So how much should be in there? What's the target?
Well, you got to start somewhere. Maybe the first goal is just, say, $500, enough to cover one urgent thing.
Okay. Manageable.
Then the standard advice is build up to 3 to 6 months of essential living expenses. But, if you're a freelancer or your job's kind of specialized, maybe you want a bigger cushion. 6 months, 9 months, even more.
It's about what helps you sleep at night.
That's the key. What lets you relax?
And where do we keep this magic money? Not under the mattress, I assume.
No, probably not the mattress. The advice is clear. A high-yield savings account.
Why high yield specifically?
Well, a few reasons. It needs to be safe, so federally insured.
Right.
It should earn some interest to at least try and keep pace with inflation. And crucially, you need quick access. Emergencies don't wait for business hours.
Right.
And here's the big psychological tip. Keep it separate. Separate from your everyday checking account.
Why separate?
Out of sight, out of mind. Oh, well, out of temptation, mostly. You don't want to accidentally dip into your emergency fund for like pizza night or a weekend getaway.
That separation is key. And it actually leads nicely into this other idea, sinking funds or true expenses. What's that about?
Yes. Okay, so if the emergency fund is for the stuff you hope never happens,
Right.
sinking funds are for the stuff you know will happen eventually. You just don't know exactly when or how much.
Like what? Give me examples.
Okay, think annual bills,
Yeah.
car registration, maybe property taxes, routine car maintenance, oil changes, new tires eventually, medical stuff that's predictable but not monthly, like eye exams, dental cleanings, contacts. Even saving for planned things counts, like a vacation or a down payment.
So you're basically smoothing out those lunky, irregular expenses.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're bringing the inevitable into your regular budget. I remember reading about someone who tracked their car repair fund, budgeted $1,100 for the year.
Okay.
When they needed a new starter, tires, oil changes, the money was just there, ready, no panic.
Takes the sting out of it.
Totally. Another example, a homeowner facing a sudden $2,900 brake job. Ouch. But because they had that money specifically set aside in a sinking fund, it wasn't a crisis. It felt, quote, according to plan.
It changes it from a disaster to just an expense you plan for.
Precisely. It reinforces that emotional security we talked about. When the money's already earmarked spending, it doesn't feel like a loss. It feels like executing the plan takes the emotional weight right off.
It really does. Okay, so for people listening thinking, this sounds great, how do I actually do this? How do you build these funds? What are the steps?
First step is clarity. Figure out your total goal. How much for emergencies? How much for each sinking fund category?
Get specific.
Yeah, get specific. Then break that big number down. Make it smaller, monthly targets, much less scary that way.
Makes it feel achievable.
Right. Then you got to make it happen consistently. Automation is your absolute best friend here.
How so?
Set up automatic transfers straight from your paycheck or from your checking account into those dedicated savings accounts every payday. Don't even think about it.
Set it and forget it.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Or use those roundup apps if that works for you. Another good trick. Any unexpected money, like a tax refund or a bonus, shove it straight into those funds.
Smart. Build momentum.
Exactly. And finally, check in regularly, maybe once a month, once a quarter. Is it still the right amount? Do you need to adjust? Life changes, so your plan might need to tweak too. Consistency and making it easy, that's the secret sauce. Remove the friction.
Okay, so we've built the buffers.
Yeah.
Emergency funds, sinking funds. What comes next for, overall financial well-being? Sounds like we need to zoom out a bit.
We do. It starts with a real, honest look at where you are now, like a financial checkup.
How do you do that?
Track your spending, every penny. Use a spreadsheet, an app, whatever works, but you have to know where the money is actually going. That's ground zero.
No more guessing.
No more guessing. Once you see the reality, then you can think about your money values, what's actually important to you.
And filter your spending through that.
Exactly. Put every potential purchase through that value filter. Is this a genuine need?
Ooh.
Or is it a want? We often confuse those two.
Guilty as charged.
We all are sometimes. And here's a neat trick for wants. The waiting period.
Oh.
Just wait a day or two before buying something non-essential. Give yourself time to think. It cuts down impulse buys like crazy. And, kind of surprisingly, it can make you appreciate what you already have more.
That's interesting. A little mindful pause.
Totally. It pays off.
Okay. Mindful spending. Love it. Now, what about the elephant in the room? For many people, debt. How do we tackle that responsibly as part of this?
Yeah, debt needs attention. First, try to reduce, or if possible, stop using credit cards for anything other than a true dire emergency.
Cut of the cards. Maybe not literally, but mentally.
Mentally, at least. And critically, don't ignore creditors. Open the mail. Answer the phone. Even if you can't pay the full amount, try to pay something, anything. It shows you're engaging.
Shows good faith.
Exactly. And if it feels totally overwhelming, look into options like debt consolidation. It can sometimes simplify things and lower payments. The goal is getting back in control, not hiding from it.
Makes sense. Now, often money isn't just a me thing, it's an ooze thing. How do we bring family into this? Partners, kids.
Super important. With a partner, it's all about teamwork. Get organized together, schedule a regular time, maybe weekly, just to talk finances.
Like a money date.
Sort of, but keep it positive.
Yeah.
Focus on shared goals, what you want to achieve together. Use that win-win approach. It's a partnership, right? Not a fight.
Right. And with kids.
Involve them, age appropriately, of course. Have family finance meetings. Share basic info about the budget. Brainstorm ways to save money together. Plan fun, low-cost activities.
It's teaching them life skills, too.
Huge life skills. Financial literacy, responsibility, it's invaluable.
Okay, beyond the big picture stuff, any practical tips for just making the money go further day to day? Those clever little hacks.
Oh, there are tons. Household stuff. Meal planning based on what's on sale. Cutting back on eating out, that adds up fast. Clipping coupons, digital or paper. Maybe rethinking that expensive cable package.
Little things that compound.
Exactly. Look into energy savings programs from your utility company. Can you carpool sometimes? Use public transport. Plan a fun staycation instead of a pricey trip. It all makes a difference.
For sure. And healthcare costs can be a huge source of stress. Any tips there?
Definitely. Use your preventive care benefits. Annual checkup screenings are often covered 100%. Don't skip them. Got a question. Call the 24-hour nurse line if your plan has one before rushing to urgent care or the ER. Opt for urgent care over the ER for non-life-threatening things. Huge cost difference. Always ask if there's a generic option for prescriptions. Stay in network for doctors and hospitals.
Use the tools your health plan provides.
Right. Price comparison tools for procedures, and if you have access to an FSA or HSA, a flexible spending account or health savings account, use it. Saving pre-tax money for medical costs is a fantastic benefit. These things really can lower your out-of-pocket expenses and ease that anxiety.
Okay, we've covered a lot of ground. The stress, the buffers, the management, the family. But it feels like the bedrock underneath all of this is mindset. Mastering the mindset for financial peace.
Absolutely. And a core idea here is seeing money for what it is, a tool and nothing more.
How does that help practically?
Well, if money is just a tool, it helps detach your self-worth from your bank balance.
Right.
That sudden bill, it stops feeling like a personal failure. It's just a challenge for the tool you manage.
Takes the sting out. Turns fear into problem solving.
Exactly. Money isn't judging you. It's not the source of fear. It's just a lever. That mental shift, that's where real empowerment starts. Way beyond any spreadsheet.
Taking the emotion out.
Uh,
And related to that, embracing the bumps. I like that line. Life isn't a straight line, it's bumpy.
Accepting that, just knowing that bumps will happen, it cushions the blow, that car repair, that leaky roof. It's not the universe picking on you, it's just a bump. And hopefully you're prepared. It builds resilience.
And mindfulness comes back in here too, right? Not just the waiting period for purchases.
Mindfulness in action through regular financial check-ins, setting aside time, maybe monthly, just to look, review spending, check savings goals, adjust the budget.
It's not a punishment, it's like financial self-care.
Exactly. It builds accountability, helps you make conscious choices that actually align with what you value.
I like the idea of visualizing goals too, like a vision board, but for finances. A reminder of why you're doing this.
That can be super motivating, yeah. And one last really interesting point was managing secondary stress, meaning the stress you feel from other people's money problems, maybe a friend, family member.
Oh, right. That can be draining.
Yeah.
How do you handle that?
It's a balancing act. Empathy versus sympathy, or maybe detachment. The advice is stay calm yourself. Let them vent. Really try to understand their perspective, their feelings about it.
But without taking it all on yourself.
Exactly. Don't absorb their stress. Offer support, but protect your own peace. Practice good self-care. You can be there for someone without letting their storm sink your boat.
That's wise.
And honestly, all the general stress management stuff applies here too. Minimize negativity where you can. Practice gratitude, healthy habits, routine, remember that phrase. Do what you can, accept what you must. Redirect anxious thoughts. It's all part of overall well-being, financial or otherwise.
Wow. This has been incredibly thorough. I think the biggest takeaway for me is that financial well-being, it's just so much more than the numbers. It's resilience, it's managing emotions, it's building systems for peace of mind. It's really about shifting from that feeling of dread about unexpected stuff to feeling reinforced, in control, calm even.
It really is. It's changing that whole relationship with money.
No.
From fear or anxiety to confidence and, calm. It just highlights so clearly how financial health is woven into mental and physical health. It's not separate.
So as we wrap up, here's something to chew on. What if true financial freedom isn't just about having a massive pile of money? What if it's more about cultivating a mindset that lets you handle whatever life throws at you, finding peace in the journey no matter how bumpy that road gets? How can a more mindful, intentional approach to your money transform not just your finances, but your whole life?
Yeah.
Making it richer in ways maybe you haven't even considered.
Something to think about. Until next time, keep diving deep.